let's see how we can train our Ultralytics YOLO11 model on a drone dataset. So we're basically just going to have a dataset with images from a drone view, and then we'll be able to see all different types of objects and also detect them. So we're going to run a Google Colab notebook from scratch. I'm going to show you how we can set up the full training pipeline. So let's just jump straight into it. If we go inside the Ultralytics documentation, inside the datasets tab, we have this visual drone. You can use all the different datasets that we have out of the box. You just need to specify the YAML path in the training function, and that's pretty much just going to download the dataset automatically, and you can train your models and use them on your own projects. So visual drone, we already have a video covering with the YOLO V8 model, but now we're going to run it with YOLO11. You can see all the details in here. So from the drone view, you're going to detect pedestrians, people, bicycle, car, van, truck, tricycle, awning, tricycle, bus, motor, and so on. And this is how we can download it from the code, but you can also just grab the URL directly. This is for object detection. You can also see the data sets that we have for instance segmentation, post estimation, and classification. And the last one here are in the bounding boxes. We have videos covering pretty much most of them, so make sure to check those out. What we're going to do is just grab this YAML file. So if you just grab VisDrone YAML, let's go inside a Google Colab notebook. There we go. We're just going to create a new notebook from scratch. So I'm going to show you every single step. It's just a few, and we have the full training run up and running. There we go. We grab the runtime. We can take the free GPU resource from Google Colab. The first step that we have to do is pip install Ultralytics. That's everything. In a Google Colab notebook, we have everything else installed. When we start, it's Ultralytics. We're connecting to the runtime. We can run this block of code, and then I'll grab this YAML file, which we need, and we can go back here again to our training. So we have a use example here. You can use the CLI tool. You can also use the Python script. We're just going to grab the Python script, and then inside the training functionality, so inside our task, go inside this one, we have our training mode. In here you can see all the different ways, all the parameters, all the arguments and so on that you can pass into it. So the number of epochs that you want to train on, the batch size, image size, all different types of arguments, you can find them in here. So we're now pip installed Ultralytics. This is our drone dataset that we're going to use. It already pulled it in here, but if you want to use one of the other datasets or your own custom dataset, you just need to specify the YAML path here. If you want to create your own dataset from scratch, we have tons of videos covering it as well, and also some upcoming ones with auto annotation with the same models. So let's just run it here for 50 epochs. We have the image size of 640, visual dataset. We're just going to train on a YOLO11 nano model. So let's just start the training here. This is everything that we have to do. Inside the documentation, we can see we have a preview of some pedestrians walking around. We both have our training, test, and validation split. So this is pretty cool. So all we have to do now is pretty much just grab a coffee, wait for 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the GPU that you're working with, and then we can come back, see the training results, and also run some inference and just look at how is it actually like doing predictions. So now we can pretty much just see that the model is just running here. 10 epochs for now. We should see our losses go down and also our mean error positions go up. You can just let it run here for probably an hour or something like that. I'm going to stop it here as I already have a model trained. But once your training is done, you go inside the weights, you grab the best.pt, and you will also get all your results and all your output that you can see. We have tons of videos covering that as well. But if you want to go in and see how we can run our prediction, let's go back here again to the Ultralytics documentation. We have the modes. Now we can run predictions. I'm just going to grab this part here. This is all we have to do to load in our model. And we have to grab the path. So you just double click and you copy path. You can also download your model. We swap it out here. It's going to load it. And now we're just going to go inside our datasets. We have a visual drone dataset. We can take some of the test images and we just have to pass it in here. So we have a VisDrone dataset. We grab some images. Let's grab some test images which the model hasn't seen before or trained on. We're going to copy the path. You can load in anything in here, a video, image, NumPy array. You can load it in with OpenCV and so on. So here you can also specify the confidence score. So conf, if you want to save the results, So for example, save equals true, so we can see the results as well. You can also show it, but it wouldn't pop up here in a Google Colab notebook. So now we're running it. We can see we run inference 50 milliseconds for passing through the image, and it will save it into our detection folder inside our runs folder. Now we can see we got this prediction folder, and we have our image with our predictions. This is pretty much just trucks we're detecting. We're detecting a van here, some cars around, van here driving on the road, but this is pretty much just from our top view. If we have our data set again, we can try another example from a test set. Let's scroll a bit further down, but this is exactly what you would have to do on your own data set, or if you're trying out this data set from Ultralytics. This is all we have to do. You can swap out the model. Let's see, did it actually copy it? It should have. There we go. Now we only got 9 milliseconds inference for the second image. That's crazy, crazy fast. That's around 100 frames per second or a little more. We got our predict 2. Is the same image. I didn't copy it correctly. Let's just go in, scroll down, copy, delete it, swap it out. There we go. Now we run. You can pass in a video as well. So the first time that I run the model, it's a bit slower, but now we got over 100 frames per second. So we have a van here. We have people walking around, like pedestrians walking around. We can see how many detections we are getting. And this model here has just been trained for a few hours. This is how easy it is to set up with the Ultralytics framework. It's just a few commands. Everything will be down in the description. You can just go in and grab it with the Ultralytics documentation, but go in, check it out, test it out. Also use your own data set. Hope you learned a ton. Hope to see you guys in one of the upcoming videos. Until then, happy learning.